What's up, guys? How y'all feeling? Y'all know what it is. It's Morning Walk Chronicles. I'm back. So listen, I was thinking, isn't it funny how, make sure y'all hear me. Isn't it funny how people are so quick to have judgments or assumptions about other people, but they will not take a look at themselves? Have y'all noticed that? Like being in the spiritual world, spiritual journey, being on my spiritual journey, right? It's all about self-awareness, right? But I've noticed, like, for me, I speak on shit, but I speak on it because I've already evaluated myself, so I don't have no fear about speaking on shit when I know I've been through it, right? But I'm just speaking in general, period. I mean, I do it too still. I'm human, guys. We all do, right? But at some point, you have to have some level of awareness, right? So I just find it funny that people be quick to be like, oh, yeah, yep, they did it, yep, she did it, yep, it was happening, yep, it happened. Yeah, I know she this. It'd be like, well, damn. It's like you were so quick to have an assumption about me. You were so quick to assume this who I was, but never took the time out to look at your own self, or look yourself in the mirror. Like Michael Jackson say, the man in the mirror. Like, I can tell, I felt his energy on that song, because it was like, nigga, everybody got something to say about me. Everybody. I'm a child molester, I'm this, I'm that, I'm gay, I'm this, I'm that. But they have not took a moment to look at themselves. To go in the mirror and stand in the mirror and go, well, what am I? Who am I? What do I carry on this earth? What do I do to influence people on this earth? Who am I? Right? Who am I? That's the big question. So look in the mirror, guys. Ask yourself, who are you? Oftentimes we don't take that time, but we're quick to judge others. In the Bible, it says, judge not. Okay, I can't remember the rest of it, but basically saying, you can't judge nobody because you ain't even looked in your own backyard to judge yourself. So how do you feel that you are entitled to someone else's life, that you are entitled to judge another character based on a few minutes of a video, based on you seeing them a couple of days, or you hung around them in high school? Okay, but you didn't live with that person. You didn't roll with that person. But yeah, you can get to know a person over time. I'm not saying that, but it was just crazy how people was quick to judge you. Like, just period. Really fast. They can judge you really fast in a moment of seconds, but would not even take a minute or a second to self-evaluate, guys. So the message for today is, make sure y'all are taking that moment of seconds. The second you start talking about somebody else's life, make sure you're looking at your own, because life is changing every second of the day, and if we're spending our time judging others and worrying about what somebody else did and who said this and she said this, I do it too, I ain't gonna lie. Sometimes, you know what I mean, but I step away because I realize that shit'll suck you in, that gossiping, rumor. I just seen a hummingbird. I'm surprised my plane ain't came through. It will eventually. But like I say, it's just, taking that time out to evaluate your own self, because that's more important, guys. We all looking at Diddy ass, and we're like, damn, Diddy. Damn, Diddy. But let me tell you something. Half of them people, and we looking like it's been all this 30 years. Why ain't nobody never really said too much? Why everybody coming out now? Well, that's between him and Cassie. That's number one. Mental abuse is definitely real. Manipulation is definitely real, right? So that takes time to heal. So you can get the courage to speak up, right? Because part of abuse, like what people don't understand, part of healing over abuse is courage. It's like I heard a lot of people, oh, why she ain't say nothing? Why she ain't say nothing? She should have spoke up. Well, she was abused. Okay? And if you never been abused, emotionally, physically, mentally, you ain't gonna never understand what a person can do and what they can't do. Okay, here go my plane. Here go my plane. Y'all will hear it in a minute. Thank you, Spirit. But, you know, it's quick for a person that ain't never been through something to be like, well, why she ain't do this and why she ain't do that? It's because a person is I ain't gotta lie, man. You hear what's coming around. Y'all know every time I spit that truth, what come around. Play with me. I am what God says I am. Play with me. Okay? Facts. Abuse is abuse. If you ain't ever been abused, yeah, you're going to have all them questions. Well, wow, this is a plastic bag in the middle of the park. Doesn't look good at all, guys. And I wish I could turn this camera around so y'all could see it. And I'm not about to check it. Anyway, well, if you ain't ever been abused, that's why you can't understand why she didn't speak up and why she didn't do nothing. Let me tell you something. Have you ever seen a dog get beat? And when a dog get beat, they go in their corner and sit down and shut the fuck up, right? That's kind of how it is when you get beat. You ain't no courage you got. The man or the woman, because it go both ways. Abuse is abuse, guys. It don't got no male, female on it. If you get abused, you get abused, right? But what I'm saying is, when you're abused, because I was abused, so I can speak on it. You see how I don't judge others, right? Because I can speak on it. So ain't nothing I'm saying, lies and alibis and shit I got to make up and read a book about. I've been through it. And people say, it took me 10 years to get through that. So 30 years, shit, I can understand. And part of being abused is the fact that you can't stand up. It's the fact that you're afraid to speak out. It's the fact that this person has manipulated your mind, your body, your soul, chips away at everything. Not break your soul, but could chip it and damage your heart, your spirit, you know what I mean? And what people don't understand, narcissists are energy vampires. They suck from you. They suck energy from you. They suck your time. They suck your beauty. They suck your confidence. They suck your everything. So by the time you get left, you have nothing. You're empty. You're an empty shell. You're an empty vessel. You're barely getting up in the morning. You're barely pushing through. And what I mean is not really physically, it's just emotionally, mentally. You get beat, you get slapped across your head, and somebody keep telling you every day that you're nothing, you ain't shit. But then buy you things, give you gifts, make you feel like you are. See, what people don't understand, narcissists have highs and lows. Narcissists can make you feel like the best woman in the world, right? When they on that high, it's like bipolarism. When they on that high, it's the biggest, they on the highest of the highest high. And when they on that low, I'm telling you, it's low. It's suicidal low. It's detrimental to your health and the person. So I can understand why she didn't leave. Because Diddy is a narcissist. Diddy is good at manipulating, but also Diddy could be bipolar based on the reports. I'm basing everything off what I read, because that's a part of bipolarism, the highs and the lows. Now, the drug use come in at is because they know they're mental. They know they're mental. They know they got these mental conditions, guys. Let me tell you something. Nobody can truly say that they don't know they crazy. They lying. They lying to themselves and they lying to you. Motherfucker know they crazy. Now, do they know what they got? Or can they diagnose it or put their finger on it? Nah. But person know they ain't in their right mind. So they resort to alcohol, drugs. That is the number one cope mechanism. Pills, drugs, whatever your vices, to cope with your mental, your mind. They were saying he had suicidal thoughts and things like that he was going through. Yeah, he was coping. He was coping by drugs. Now that's where he fucked up and he should have went and got some help. You got all that money, Diddy, and you couldn't go get you some mental treatment. That's where I got a problem, because the thing is, Diddy was mental. He was. And he knowed it. That's why I call them karmics. Because karmics know they ain't right. They know it. But they don't tell you. And see, Cassie was just a victim of like, this nigga love bombed her, gifted her, treated her right, set her up on that high. Set her up on that high, 11:11 on the clock. Set her up on that high. And then, when she was up here, he let her stay there. He let her stay there. See, that's the point of love bombing. They was talking about that today. Like, what do you mean love bomb? What do you mean love bombing? Is when a person's intention is to manipulate. They don't really love you. Narcissists don't look at the plane. Can't make it up. I know. Yeah. See, I speak that real. I ain't got time to be fooling around. What I was talking about. Narcissists put you on that high, right? They don't look at people as, this is my girl, I love her. That's all that shit Diddy talking is a fucking act, guys. It's a fucking act. Act. It's not real. Oh, I just pray for Cassie. I love Cassie. You hear that playing? I love her. Oh, let me tell you something. Narcissists don't love nobody. You hear that playing? Demons don't love nobody. Man, let me tell you something. A demon loves himself. If you read about the story of the narcissist, the guy died because he was loving his image, his face so much in the river or some shit like that. He drowned or he starved or something. He loved himself so much. They love themselves is all what I'm trying to say. It ain't about you. You are a supply to their desires, to their fortune, to their supply of what they need and want. And that's it. That's it for you. I'm sorry. I know it's a hard reality to take. Took me 10 years to be in reality of it. You feel me? But that's a whole nother story. Because you don't want to believe that shit. You like, no, I don't believe that I spent all these years with this nigga and he do not love me. He loves what I can provide. He loves what I can give. Because they takers now. They ain't giving you too much of nothing. Now they gonna give in the beginning. They're gonna give in the beginning. They're gonna give you everything. Everything in the beginning. But after that, once they set you up there and you be up there and you be up there floating, and you be like, oh man, this is nice. This is nice. The sky look beautiful from here. Oh my God, see now you in that love, you love sick. Say make you love sick so your head be You ever heard like with the Looney Tunes? When the Looney Tunes, when the rabbit or the Tweety Bird loves somebody and then little hearts come around, that's you. You stuck up in there with your hearts all around. And that narc done went on back down. Now he about to slap you out of that reality because the real mask come off. See, that mask come down. Once they show you that mask, you be like, fuck. I thought this was the one. I thought that he was different than the one. What happened? What did I miss? You didn't miss shit. You was lovesick. You was doing that finish her move on Sega. Finish her. You know what I mean? You was going round and round. And while you was so busy up there, mask off now. Mask off. Now the mask come off. You want to now from here you done drop, boom. You done crashed out. You can't even figure out what done happened from the time you was here to here. But the narcissist knows. The narcissist say it's game time. I got him. What they say, got him. That's how it is, man. I'm giving y'all a little insight to Cassie and P. Diddy, but shit, I think all of us could relate at some point in time. Well, if you ain't ever, shit, who I'm fooling? All of us could relate on this shit, whether it's a family member, a loved one. All of us could relate. And then that mask come off, and then you drop. Bah! Now you on the floor. But it's fucked up because now you're pregnant. Now you done moved in with this person. Now you done cut your friends off. Like you done did so much boss moves, and then he drop you. Bah! Bah! So now you locked in. You're like, fuck, I'm pregnant. Or shit, I done moved in, I done signed this lease, I done did all this. Oh. So now factors come into play. Now, once the mask come off, which is abuse, verbally, physically, mentally, power control, if he got money, take the money away, whatever he do, that he dangle that carrot and you fell for it, he snatches it away. That's when the mask come off, right? Now, you seen the mask. Now he wants to love bomb you back. So it's a cycle, right? And he comes back. I love you. I'm sorry. I was drunk. I was stupid. Oh, she just hurts me to cheat. Whatever the narcissists do, right? Then you take that person back. All right, now here y'all go. Now you here. Here you go. Now you're going back up here. And that's what it is. It's a what did she say? Emotional roller coaster. That's all you doing. Up and down, up and down. There's no in between. And I'm not saying people can't argue in relationships. Yes. Healthy relationships stay here. Okay, they don't go from here to here, here to here, here, extreme low, extreme low. See, bipolar people, that's their emotions. Narcissists, they don't have emotions. So, only way they can get emotions, because again, they don't go within, because emotions come from within. You hit a plane. God is within. With narcissists, they can't look at themselves. If they look at themselves, okay, that's what heals a narcissist. But they don't look at themselves because it hurts. They will probably, in their mind, they couldn't do it. They can't do it, right? But they can, but that's what they tell themselves. Because it's all about fear. It's a fear-based thing they do with themselves. It's really psychological, man, too. Depending on your trauma. See, that's why you got to learn your trauma. Instead of looking at Diddy trauma, some of y'all need to be looking at your own trauma. Figuring out what's the trauma. Who raped you back in 19, blah, blah, blah. Figure that shit out. Why am I codependent? Something happened when I was a kid. Who is it? These are things that you need to be finding out. Instead of trying to watch what such and such did. You need to be finding out Why am I running from love? What happened? God, let me go within and figure it out. But see, narcissists don't do that. They point at you. They look at you. You got to be the one. You the one. You the one. You the one. You the one. They don't want to say it's them. Because they couldn't. They feel like they won't laugh. I don't think they could, depending on how much stuff they do. They would probably take their own life. Or they would just be in a lot of despair. And that is how you solve narcissism. You got to go within. So until narcissists seek themselves, that's why they do this up and down cycle. This cycle will never fucking end. So when people say, why she don't leave? It's a cycle, man. It's a karmic cycle. That's what we call karmic cycles. Cycles. Up and down, up and down. And do you know how embarrassing it is for abuse? It's embarrassing. You know? And Cassie looked like a strong, independent woman, you know? And, you know, you're not thinking you're going to run into a narcissist and get abused and sexually assaulted and trafficked. It's not your life plan. I don't give a fuck who you are. That's not your life plan. Her life plan going into it was to go into the music business and to become somebody. And she just ran into a monster, man. And this music industry allowed it. Look how many people coming out. Oh, I knew. Well, if you knew, why you ain't say nothing? I hear playing. Why you ain't speak up? Oh, because you was getting that bread. That's why. He was paying y'all asses off. Paying all y'all asses off. And y'all was just sitting there. Oh, I ain't gonna say nothing. With money in your pocket. Now that money done ran out. Diddy ain't getting you shit. It's all about money with half of these people anyway. We all know this, but at least we're getting the truth. I think half of them people, all of them people was blackmailing Diddy. He's another R. Kelly. You know R. Kelly was paying off all them people. You get a plane. And then when that money dried out, all the people turned on him. And that's what's going on with Diddy. Diddy was doing all that shit, and now the money, he didn't want to pay these people. And he could still be having people on his payroll. Now, let's not act like he ain't. But the ones that done got old now, yo, this bag look crazy. I'm going to turn it around for y'all. I'm scared to open it. Look. That shit look weird. Nope. But, yeah, and it's like, yeah, the money running out. He don't want to pay these people now. So now the truth, now we're getting the truth starting to come out. And I'm glad the truth coming out, but it's sad that it took him not to pay these people for the truth to come out. Y'all should be ashamed of yourself. And those of you who've been talking about it, good. Keep going. Truth was going to always set us free. Lies, people keep forgetting the lie. They got to keep up with the lie. The lie takes too much work. Okay? Like that security guard, he telling the truth. That motherfucker go on every radio station and say the same thing. When you speak that truth, it's easy to come out and it's easy to remember. Ain't no lies, because lies hard. You got to think about what you said from the last podcast, the last radio station. You're going to get it all mixed up. When it's the truth, it come out like water. It just come on out. So the moral of the story is check y'all backyard. And I'm glad she's done with that. I hope she definitely healed. Because like I say, when you heal is when the courage comes. You know, abuse is abuse. And abuse takes healing, guys. And sometimes people heal. Hell, it took me, 4 years? 3 to 4 years to heal. About 4 years. And I had to work at that. That wasn't no, I'm just going to sit around. No, that was me breathing, learning, doing the steps, coping mechanisms, breathing, things that I need to learn how to cope with. Because you get trauma from that stuff. You get trauma, man. Abuse victims, we don't just heal and be normal. We still get triggered. Certain things people say and do, it still trigger us. But you know what you learn in therapy and what you learn with God is that, see, therapy gonna teach you how to deal with it, but the Most High gonna teach you how to heal with it. Ooh, wee! I just bust that. Therapy gonna teach you how to deal with it, but God gonna teach you how to heal through it. Okay? Because God healed my heart. But yeah, I did a little mental work, you know, niggas like that. But God healed me. You hear that plain. Go to God, because God gonna heal you specifically. And that's fact. Okay? You gotta ask God to heal your heart, man. God will heal your heart. Now, you can read books all day to deal with how to cope. You can go see a counselor and all that. They're gonna teach you coping mechanism. They're gonna teach you how to be aware. But I'm gonna tell you, the Holy Spirit is gonna heal you. Okay, I did all the mechanisms, but the day I got healed is when I asked God to heal my heart. And that was spiritual. Wasn't shit to do with a book. The book couldn't do what God did. God did. He will. He will. So that's been your morning, my morning walk chronicles. I hope everybody's having a lovely day. Make sure y'all checking out my podcast. Make sure it's just inspirational stuff that you guys can listen to. And make sure y'all checking out my YouTube channel. A lot of this stuff is coming out that I've been reading that energy on. And I've really been home just putting all the pieces together of all my readings and things I do online. 2 years ago, I said all of this. And it's like, wow, now it's finally coming out. So make sure y'all sign up on my YouTube. Like I say, I'm a seer, so I see the future. And certain things you gonna hear in my readings, you ain't gonna understand it. It may be confusing as heck because it's in the future. Yeah, it's gonna be confusing because God prophesied to me. I'm a prophecy or whatever they call it. I say seer, but prophecies, I guess you could say. High priestess. Okay, I'm a spiritual worker, light worker. I see I'm ahead. So don't ever dismiss what I say, man, because it's needed. And the thing about my channel, you can always go back and check out my old videos because they timeless. They may even have a date on it, but it's timeless. You could check it out because it's revealing everything right now. It's coming out now. And then you'll get to watch my videos and then you'll be like, oh, okay. That's what it was, because I'm doing that now. It's like stuff coming out. I'm like, oh, that was okay. Oh, that's who that was. Oh, okay. God is showing me so much. I'm like, oh. So I'm mainly just mine just is really shocked and blown because sometimes people look at my video, oh, this don't apply to me. This don't apply to me. Well, it may not apply to you right now in November 2023, but it might apply to you in January 2024. You just don't never know, so don't ever dismiss nothing. And then if it ain't your story, you can always apply the messages to your everyday life, you know. So don't ever dismiss nothing. Everything is always God talking to you, spirit saying something. Don't ever dismiss and overlook things. That's what a lot of these people got themselves caught up. They caught up, man. All right, guys. Much love. Bye.